The most heartbreaking mistake I see so many smart women make is that they think that the end of the honeymoon means that maybe they chose wrong. But actually, what if it means we're entering a different stage? And that misinterpretation means you're reading everything wrong. Hi, I'm Dr. Lauren, and I am so excited you're here today. I personally made that mistake myself a very long time ago, and I used to get stuck feeling like the honeymoon period should stay that way always. What I'm about to talk about today is a game changer. Many of us tend to worry there might be something wrong when the honeymoon period ends, but that is the moment most often when the beginning of real love happens or real clarity, because every relationship has stages. And if we don't understand which stage we're in, we can misinterpret the normal shift as a deal breaker, or you can ignore the red flags because we think love is supposed to be hard or not hard. I got a lot of this information from a book I felt so helpful from Linda Carroll called 5 Stages of Love. And I'm going to ask a lot of key questions about it. I'm going to go over her 5 stages. And this is one of these frameworks I wish everyone learned before they even got into relationships. I certainly wish I had had it years ago, and it has definitely helped me in my marriage because it makes the shift feel so much less confusing and much more readable. And I'm going to add this nervous system lens to it too, especially for us lesbians and queer women, because we often bond so fast and so deep, it can make the stages feel even more intense and more dangerous. So let's get started. Try to listen to what stage you might be in or what stages you were in at one point and where it may have gone wrong. So stage 1 is the merge. Now we all know the merge. And of course, I talk about it a lot in my book, Lesbian Love Addiction, Understanding the Urge to Merge and How to Heal When Things Go Wrong. You know, the honeymoon stage, it's the chemistry, it's the oxytocin, it's the feeling that where have you been my whole life? But the psychological truth is we're not really seeing the person yet. We're also seeing a lot of other things like possibility, we're projecting, we're maybe filling in the blanks. We're also definitely attaching to potential. Some of that can have our childhood wounds sort of mixed in there. This is really natural because it's also, you know, a time that's really exciting and you're falling in love and it's so amazing, right? It can be very intense. Sometimes hard to find someone, and I know for many of us that is a really hard thing, but we feel in these moments liberated at home, like we finally belong, and there's a lot of this oxytocin going on, which can create between two women so much bonding. And so that can be beautiful and also can be an issue because chemistry does not equal compatibility. You know, it can kind of get us to believe that it does mean just compatibility. We want to be careful of those moments. One of the things you can ask yourself during the merging stage is, can we stay connected while staying in reality? And can we pace this so it doesn't, you know, it's realistic and it's not just to soothe my anxiety? Because the beginning stage is also full of anxiety. You know, will I be abandoned? Does she still like me? You know, all of these things get mixed up in there. So stage two is doubt and denial. And it's unfortunately just going to happen. And this can appear when differences appear. It can be, you're not me. Oh no, wait, you're not me. Oh wait, we don't soothe the same way. We see things differently. We have a different way of communicating. You need more space than I do. You know, it's sort of understanding of the differences, and it can trigger fear of abandonment, fear of engulfment, fear of like not being the one, fear of losing the bond, fear of the bond shifting, fear of like, you know, your childhood wounds coming up. And you start saying, am I safe? Can I relax here? Am I going to be okay? Am I going to be punished for my needs? It can really, you know, kick up also some codependency stuff because doubt can really set in and it can get uncomfortable. You definitely don't want to stay overly positive to this. You also don't want to get stuck in just the doubt. You want to know it's a stage. Your body, your system is starting to say, I've got to look at this a little more realistically. Obviously, we're two different people here and we start to need to understand our differences. If that is still continuing to happen and you're not quite what's going on, there can be the third stage of disillusionment, which is, I love you, but why is this so hard? It's when the differences are difficult to repair around. It's when you get dysregulated and you're not really able to calm yourself down. It's when your partner gets dysregulated. They can't calm down. It can feel like things are bad or never going to get better, or you're not safe. Maybe, this isn't going to work. Maybe you want to leave. Like, you have moments of like, I'm just going to leave. There's like that reaction of like, get me out of here. This isn't feeling good. Is this delusionment phase workable, or are you in kind of a toxic situation? That's what you really want to look at. So the things is, can you come back and repair? Have you figured out how to do that? Is there accountability? Is there curiosity? Are you both in, emotional effort? Is there no signs of cruelty, no mockery, no boundaries being really pushed? Are you not walking on eggshells? Where, if there's stonewalling, contempt, dishonesty, all of those things, that's something to really, really look at. Are you being always told you're too much or not enough? Like, those are the things you want to kind of look for as red flags. In this stage, it's really important to recognize if you're abandoning yourself. Your system may be telling you that you're abandoning yourself. It may be feeling like it's not good, and those are the things I really want you to look at. At the same time, if it's just issues coming up around problems, that's what this stage is about. It's learning how to resolve those things in healthy ways. These are the things you want to ask yourself. Are we both doing the work? Are we both into self-responsibility? Or am I doing all of the work? Stage 4 is the decision. This is where love becomes a choice. The fantasy's over. You can't just stay and like, oh, this will work out. You have to really figure out, are we going to stay together? And is this a really good match? Is this a really good fit? Because as we said, you really it has to be a relationship that can figure things out. Accountability, not blame, effort, not entitlement, like things like that. And you feel really reciprocated in the relationship, and you do figure out how to repair any ruptures, even if you're having the same fight over and over again. And you're building that emotional safety, like, I will come back, I will see you, I will hear you, even if I'm triggered, even if I'm feeling really hopeless in that moment. I'm going to come back. I'm not, my kid parts are out right now. I'm not at my best. And that's where this decision stage can be really powerful, because you realize, I'm going to stay even though it's hard. And right now this relationship is hard, but I love you. I know the love's here, and I intentionally want to make this relationship really good. Then that can help you get into the 5th stage, which is wholehearted love, a mature stage. It's not perfect, but it's definitely where those repairing the ruptures and getting through the differences start to ease a little bit. There's more flow, less stagnation. The triggers are still there at times, but you understand them more. Each person understands what you trigger in each other. What similarities do they have from your upbringing that keeps showing up, that they go then to their own inner work and take care of it. They're not like taking it out on you. They're like understanding that you both need to do that self-responsibility and self-regulation to be able to show up in this really healthy way with each other. It doesn't mean you're not going to bother each other or have your stuff, but wholehearted love has that kind of holistic place around it. So if you are in your honeymoon phase and there's some stuff sort of going through the cracks, you're in delusionment, don't panic. Just really ask yourself, do we have the capacity to get through these other stages and get to this wholehearted place? Are we both committed to our own inner work so that we can show up in our best selves much of the time, be there for each other, support each other, create that safety, so that I know that even when we're having problems, we really know what to do to make it better. I've found that over time, those problems are less, the triggers are less, everything just gets better, and the relationship does finally get easier. So I'm really hoping you got some stuff out of it. The book is fantastic. If you find yourself in relationship patterns over and over again, please check out my website. You can find my book there. You can find some other courses I have around this on there. Also, I'm going to be releasing a lot more videos on this channel. This channel's been a long time in the making. I'm really excited about it, and there's going to be some really cool tools and resources being put on here. So please, like this video, subscribe to my channel, and look at all the other resources I have. And I so appreciate you taking time out of your very busy schedule to join me today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.